I didn't leave my boyfriend because he cheated. I left because he convinced me I was insane for even thinking he could. I'm posting this because everyone in my real life is split down the middle. Some people think I overreacted. Others think I didn't react enough. So I need strangers to tell me if I'm the problem here. I'm 24, my now ex-boyfriend Marcus is 26, and we were together for 3 years. Or at least I thought we were. Because looking back now, I don't actually know how much of that relationship was real. Marcus was perfect on paper. Soft-spoken, calm, patient. The type of guy who said things, like communication is everything. And I would never hurt you like that. Which made everything worse when I started feeling like something was off but couldn't prove it. It started small, always does. He didn't stop texting me completely. He just started replying slower. Hours would pass and then I'd get the same messages every time. Sorry babe, phone died. Long day at work. Same excuses. Same wording. Every single time. I didn't say anything at first because I didn't want to be that girlfriend. The insecure one, the clingy one, the one who projects her trauma. Especially because Marcus loved reminding me that I had trust issues. For context, I've been cheated on before, he knew that. And somehow he used it against me. Anytime I asked even the smallest question, he would sigh. Not loudly. Just enough to let me know I was annoying him. Then he'd say things like, why are you assuming the worst? Or why can't you just trust me, or my favorite line? Not every man is your ex, and suddenly I was the one apologizing. Things escalated when he started guarding his phone. Not in an obvious way, just subtle things like always putting it face down, taking it with him to the bathroom, changing his password. And I noticed all of it because when you're with someone long enough, you notice everything. One night in the car, I reached for his phone to change the song and he snatched it back so fast it actually startled me. I asked what that was about and he laughed and said, relax, I just don't want you messing up my playlist. And I felt stupid for even thinking anything was wrong. Later that night, I brought it up calmly. I told him I wasn't accusing him of anything, and that it just felt weird. And he stared at me for a long moment before saying, if you've ever been gaslit, you know that sentence. He told me I was projecting, that I was paranoid, that my anxiety was ruining the relationship. And then he said the line that shut me up completely. If you don't trust me, maybe we shouldn't be together. So I cried and apologized again. This is where the side characters come in, because there are always side characters who make everything worse. And then I found the screenshots that proved I wasn't crazy at all. Can't believe you're doing this. First there was Lena, his work friend. He talked about her constantly. Not flirtatiously, but like she was always around. She's so funny, she gets my humor. She's been through a lot. And when I asked if they were close, he said she's like a sister to me, which should have been my cue. Then there was Josh, his best friend. Josh claimed he loved me, but anytime Marcus and I argued, Josh would text me privately saying things like he's just stressed or don't take it personally or you know how he is, which somehow always translated into me being the problem. Then there was Maya, my friend, or at least I thought she was. She met Marcus through me, and they clicked immediately, way too easily. And when I joked about it, she rolled her eyes and said, please, he's obsessed with you. And that word stuck with me because now I know how wrong it was. The first real crack happened on my birthday. We had dinner plans at 7. Reservation made weeks in advance. At 6:30, Marcus texted saying he was running late because of work. At 7, nothing. At 7:45, nothing. And I sat alone at the table while people stared. He finally showed up after 8 with no flowers, no gift, just stress in his voice. He said, I told you something came up, and when I asked what snapped back with why does it matter on my birthday. Later that night, I cried, and instead of apologizing, he got annoyed and said I was making it bigger than it needed to be. Then he compared me to Lena by saying she stayed late too and didn't complain. And when I asked why he was comparing me to her, he said I was insecure. I slept on the couch that night. The next morning, I woke up to a text from Maya asking if Marcus and I were okay. My stomach dropped, and when I asked why, she said no reason. He just seemed kind of off last night. The same night he ditched me. I confronted Marcus, and he denied everything. Said Maya was stirring drama. Said I was letting other people poison our relationship. Then he cried and said he felt attacked and like he was walking on eggshells. And somehow I ended up apologizing again. Weeks passed, and my intuition was screaming, but my confidence was gone. Every time I felt something was wrong, I heard his voice in my head telling me I was paranoid and projecting and ruining us. Then one night, Marcus fell asleep on the couch with his phone in his hand. Unlocked, the first time I'd seen that in months. And I stared at it, telling myself not to look, but my hands moved anyway. At first, everything looked normal until I noticed a muted conversation with no name. Just a gray circle. And when I opened it, my heart stopped because the messages said things like, can't wait to see you again. And last night was risky but worth it, and delete this thread. The contact was saved as Mike from the gym. But the messages were clearly from a woman. She sent selfies, mirror pics in my bathroom, and the timestamps lined up perfectly with nights. Marcus said he was working late or with Josh, or too tired to see me. I kept scrolling and realized it wasn't Lena, and it wasn't Maya either. It was someone else completely. And that's when I took screenshots of everything. Every message, every photo, every receipt. I didn't confront him right away. I waited. I watched him wake up, smile at me, kiss my forehead, and ask if I slept okay. And I smiled back and said nothing because I wanted to see how far the lies would go. And that was my mistake. The next day, I didn't say a word to Marcus. I just acted normal, made coffee, pretended everything was fine, and watched him from across the kitchen. I wanted to see if he would slip. He didn't. He smiled, kissed my cheek, asked about my plans, and laughed at some dumb joke I made. Like nothing had happened. That's when I realized how good he was at this. He could make me doubt myself without even trying. Then the side characters came back into play. Lena texted him during the day asking if he wanted to meet for coffee, and he replied yes. Nothing strange on the surface. But the timing was perfect, right when he had told me he was working late, and I had been pacing around the apartment trying to convince myself I was overreacting. I saw it, I noticed it. My heart was pounding, but I didn't say anything yet. Then Josh texted me. Hey, I know things are weird, just try to relax. You're blowing this out of proportion, you know how Marcus is. And for a moment, I almost believed him. Almost. But I had the screenshots. I had proof. And that feeling of calm, that small whisper in the back of my head telling me I wasn't crazy, started to grow. I decided to confront Marcus after work. I walked in, dumped my bag, and said, we need to talk. He immediately tensed, smiled too wide, and said, about what? I pulled out my phone, opened the messages, and showed him everything. Every single one. The selfies. The texts. The deleted threads. He froze. Not the shocked freeze, but the calculating kind. He looked at me and said slowly, deliberately, I don't know what you're talking about. I laughed. Not the fun kind of laugh, the bitter kind. You're kidding, right? You literally left traces for me to find. These are screenshots from your own phone. He shook his head. You've gone too far. You're imagining things. You're obsessed with trying to catch me out. Maybe this relationship isn't healthy for you. Gaslighting, perfected. Then he pulled the ultimate move. Look, if you keep accusing me of things that aren't happening, maybe we need space. Maybe we need to see other people. And just like that, the victim turned into me. I was the crazy one again. I texted Maya after that. I had to get an outside perspective. Me. Did you know anything about this? Maya. What? Are you serious? Me. Marcus has been cheating. Maya. Wait, are you accusing him or me? I froze. She was trying to flip it on me. Then Lena texted Marcus back that night, and he casually told her he couldn't meet because he had to handle personal stuff. Like nothing was happening. But I had all the receipts. I sent them to both of them. Screenshots, everything. Maya denied everything. She called me paranoid. She said Marcus was lying and somehow I was the one attacking her. Lena didn't respond at first, then sent one message. Lena, wow, I thought you trusted him. I realized then how many people were wrapped up in this web of lies. How many people had picked sides without even knowing the truth. I finally went full confrontation the next weekend. I invited Marcus over, my two closest friends, and a witness I barely knew to keep it civil. He walked in, smiling like he owned the room. I pulled out the phone, laid out every message, and said, explain this. He went red, looked at everyone, and said, this isn't what it looks like. You're all twisting things. She's trying to ruin me. Maya crossed her arms. Lena rolled her eyes. Josh looked uncomfortable. Everyone was confused. Some whispered, some shook their heads. And then the final twist hit. Marcus started pointing fingers. You're all ganging up on me. You're friends with her. You're letting her manipulate the story. You don't even know what happened. I snapped. I yelled every name, every lie, every single betrayal. The room went silent. Josh finally spoke. Maybe we should all calm down. But Marcus wouldn't stop. He doubled down, denied, blamed, gaslit, and somehow, by the end of the night, the entire room was split. Half of them believed me. Half of them believed him. And the kicker? The woman in the bathroom selfies? Marcus claimed it was nothing. That I had misunderstood. That it was a friend visiting. That it didn't mean anything. And somehow a few people believed him. It left me with a room divided, people whispering. And me standing there wondering how someone could lie so well and make the world question my reality. So yeah, I left. Packed my things, took the screenshots, and blocked everyone. Marcus called, texted, showed up at my door. I didn't answer. And even now, people are arguing over who's really telling the truth. Some say I overreacted. Some say I didn't do enough. Some still defend him. And the worst part? I know the truth. But everyone else? They don't. And honestly, that's the part that hurts the most. A week later, I thought I was done. I had blocked Marcus, blocked Lena, blocked Josh, even stopped talking to Maya. I told myself it was over, that I was free. But then I got a message. Not from Marcus. Not from anyone I knew. From the number attached to the mirror selfies. Unknown. Hey, we need to talk. My heart sank. I hadn't expected this. I debated ignoring it, deleting it, calling it spam, but something inside me said no. I replied. Me, who is this? The reply came almost immediately. Unknown, someone Marcus doesn't want you to meet. That was all. No name, no context, just that one line. I agreed to meet. I wasn't sure what I was walking into, but I needed answers. We met at a small cafe downtown. Quiet enough to talk, but public enough that I wouldn't get trapped. She sat down and I immediately recognized her from the photos. Tall, dark hair, striking eyes, completely different energy from Marcus's friends. She smiled sadly. You're way braver than I thought. I didn't understand. Braver for what? She took a deep breath. I'm the woman in the photos. But I'm not who you think I am. I'm not his girlfriend. I'm not his side piece. I froze. Then, who are you? She looked me dead in the eyes. I'm his sister. Everything stopped. My brain scrambled. Sister? Yes, she said. He told me to cover for him. Told me to send those selfies. Told me to reply to messages if you ever looked at his phone. Told me to make it look like he was cheating. I laughed. I couldn't help it. It was too much. Wait, what? She nodded. He's a master at manipulation. He gaslit you. He lied to all of us. He wanted you to question everything. He made me do this to protect him. He's insane. I felt like the world shifted under me. I had proof, receipts, screenshots. And yet the truth was even more twisted than I imagined. I asked why he would do this. She shook her head. He doesn't want anyone to see him for who he really is. He's scared of being exposed, so he makes everyone else seem crazy. I sat there in silence, my phone buzzing constantly with texts from Marcus begging me to call him, apologizing, trying to spin a story. I didn't respond. And then she said the part that made my blood run cold. If you ever post anything about him, be careful. People will pick sides. Some will believe him instantly. Some will believe you, and some, they'll just start hating each other. That's his power. She was right. That's exactly what happened. Within hours, friends split. Comments flew, rumors started, and everyone I knew online and offline took a side. Some people called me crazy. Some people called Marcus evil. Some people tried to defend him and tear me apart at the same time. And in the middle of all of it, I realized the most terrifying truth. The receipts didn't matter. The screenshots didn't matter. The lies didn't matter. All that mattered was perception. Marcus could make the world doubt me, and he almost did. I walked away that day knowing I couldn't fix him. I couldn't make anyone else see the truth. And I couldn't let him touch me again. So I left. I changed my number. I moved apartments. I cut off everyone who had been tangled in this mess. But the story isn't over. Because the internet is still buzzing. People are still arguing. Friends are still divided. And Marcus? He's out there smiling. Still charming, still manipulating. Probably already on to the next person. And the worst part? He probably doesn't even know that I'm telling this story. That I'm posting it for everyone to see. So here I am, sharing it with you, strangers. Because the people who should believe me didn't. And maybe now, you will. Some people will say I overreacted. Some will say I should have trusted him. Some will say I'm exaggerating. Some will take his side. Some will take mine. And that's exactly what Marcus wanted. Because in the end, everyone arguing over this drama is still dancing to his tune. But at least now, the truth is out there. And maybe, just maybe, someone else will see it before it's too late. After meeting his sister, I thought I could finally breathe, but Marcus wasn't done. He started showing up in my DMs again, posting things online that I could see through mutual friends, trying to control the narrative, trying to make it look like I was the one obsessed, the one causing drama. I ignored it at first, but then the texts started. Every hour. Every day. Marcus, you think you're safe? Marcus, you think you know the truth? Marcus, people will believe me over you, always. I didn't respond. Then Lena, who had previously stayed neutral, suddenly appeared in my social media comments defending him, saying I was overreacting, saying I was making things up and projecting my insecurities. I wanted to scream. I had the screenshots. I had the proof. I had everything, and yet the world was still split. I posted some of the screenshots anonymously on a forum, hoping someone else would see, someone else would understand. And they did. People started piecing it together, calling him out, giving advice, validating my instincts, but not everyone believed it. Not even close. Some people messaged me, saying I should leave the story alone, saying Marcus had charm, saying I was blowing it out of proportion. Some argued online with people defending me. Threads exploded. Friendships fractured. Alliances formed and collapsed within hours. Then Marcus tried a new tactic. He sent a screenshot of a conversation where I had questioned him months ago, making it look like I was paranoid, obsessive and manipulative. Marcus, see? You can't even handle a normal relationship. Everyone can see it now. I wanted to delete everything, to vanish, to not deal with it anymore, but I didn't. Because I knew the truth. I took screenshots of his screenshots and posted them, side by side with the proof of his cheating and manipulation. The receipts didn't lie. The lies were exposed. And yet people still argued. Some said, he's human, he made mistakes, she's exaggerating. Some said, she's right. He gaslit her, he cheated, he lied, he destroyed her trust. The comments section became a war zone. I watched strangers pick sides. Strangers analyze every screenshot, every word, every emoji. And Marcus? He watched too. I could feel it. Every new post I made, every clarification, every little detail, I knew he was tracking it. One night, he sent me a message I will never forget. Marcus, you think you're winning? You're not. You'll never stop me. Everyone will doubt you. They already do, I replied calmly. Me, I don't need everyone to believe me. I just need to know the truth. He didn't reply after that. But that wasn't the end. The side characters kept coming. Maya, who had previously tried to flip it on me, started messaging people online, saying she didn't know what to believe, implying that maybe Marcus had a point, implying that maybe I was unstable. Josh, Marcus's best friend, tried to mediate, but ended up taking Marcus's side after Marcus whispered lies about me to him. Even Lena, who had stayed distant, got dragged into threads defending Marcus's reputation. By the time I realized it, the drama had exploded beyond anything I could control. Friends blocked each other. Mutual friends stopped talking to me entirely. People I had known for years were messaging me just to argue about who was right. And I didn't respond. I let them fight. Because the truth didn't need me to yell. It just needed to exist. I moved forward quietly, focusing on myself, my work, my sanity, my own life. And every now and then, I get a ping, someone tagging me, someone commenting, someone saying, I saw the posts. I can't believe what he did. And I smile quietly because I know the truth. The truth is messy. The truth is ugly. The truth divides people. But the truth is mine. Marcus can lie. Marcus can manipulate. Marcus can twist reality. But he can't erase the screenshots, the text, the proof, and he can't erase what I know. Some people will watch this story and say I overreacted. Some will say I didn't react enough. Some will defend Marcus, some will defend me, some will just argue endlessly. And that's exactly how it should be. Because the story isn't about Marcus winning or me winning. It's about how toxic relationships work, how manipulation works, how people can gaslight you until you doubt your own mind, and how hard it is to reclaim your reality. I won't stop posting this story, I won't stop showing the truth. And if people fight over it in the comments, that's fine. Let them. Let them argue. Let them take sides. Because at the end of the day, I know what happened, and that's enough for me. After the cafe meeting, I thought I could finally breathe. But Marcus wasn't done. He started showing up in every corner of my life, online and offline, in ways I couldn't predict. The texts continued. Every hour. Every day. Marcus, you think you're safe? Marcus, you think you know the truth? Marcus, people will believe me over you, always. I ignored him. I kept my distance. But the side characters weren't done either. Maya started sending private messages to mutual friends, hinting that I was unstable, that I might have misinterpreted everything. Lena posted subtle comments on social media defending Marcus, making it look like she didn't know the truth either. Josh, his best friend, tried to mediate, but Marcus whispered lies to him, and suddenly he was siding with Marcus without realizing what was happening. And then new characters got involved. People who barely knew us started commenting on my posts, taking sides, analyzing every screenshot. The threads exploded. Every message I sent was scrutinized, every screenshot debated, and some people actually started defending Marcus as the victim. It felt like I was trapped in a snowball that kept growing, picking up friends, strangers, and enemies alike. One night, Marcus escalated. He sent me a message with screenshots of old conversations, carefully edited to make me look obsessive and manipulative. Marcus, see? You can't even handle a normal relationship. Everyone can see it now. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. I just saved the screenshots. Then Lena tried to involve herself again. She texted me, "You're blowing this way out of proportion. Maybe you should step back." I laughed quietly. I had proof, screenshots, receipts. I wasn't overreacting. But Marcus wasn't done. He posted a subtle story on social media, implying that I was stalking him, that I was controlling, that I couldn't let things go. Mutual friends saw it, and suddenly I was a crazy ex-girlfriend in the eyes of some people. I screenshot everything. I posted it anonymously on a forum. I needed witnesses, people who could validate what I had seen. People responded. Some called him out, some defended him. Comments exploded. Threads split. Friendships fractured. Then, the final push. Marcus sent me a direct message with a new screenshot. A conversation between me and a mutual friend from months ago, cherry-picked to make me look obsessed, unhinged and manipulative. Marcus, this proves it. You're the problem. I stared at the screen. My heart raced. I could feel the pressure of the world trying to convince me I was wrong. But I had proof and I wasn't backing down. I posted everything side by side, the original cheating messages, the manipulative texts, the edited screenshots, and explained context where I could. The responses were immediate. Some people called me a hero. Some people called me crazy. Some picked Marcus's side. Some picked mine. Some just argued endlessly. The side characters got tangled even more. Maya tried to shift blame, saying she never wanted to be involved. Josh defended Marcus quietly, hoping to mediate, but it made him look like a traitor. Lena stayed public, subtly siding with Marcus. I realized at that point that Marcus had built a machine. Every friend, every bystander, every witness was now part of his web. And the more proof I posted, the more chaotic it became. The mystery sister reappeared briefly. She sent a final message. Her, he's still playing. People will take sides, but at least you know. That's all that matters. I didn't respond. I had no energy, and then Marcus tried one last move. He appeared in the same mutual friend group chat I had avoided, posting passive-aggressive messages, screenshots taken out of context, trying to clear his name while subtly blaming me. People argued. Friends blocked each other. Conversations exploded into multiple threads. By the end of the night, everyone was divided. No one knew the truth fully, and the chaos Marcus created was complete. I stayed silent. Because the truth didn't need me to fight anymore. I had the proof. I had the screenshots. I had the knowledge. And Marcus? He had everyone else, but he no longer had me. Some people will say I overreacted. Some will say I didn't react enough. Some will defend Marcus. Some will defend me. Some will just argue endlessly. And that's exactly what Marcus wanted. Because in the end, everyone arguing over this drama is still dancing to his tune. But at least now, the truth is out there. And maybe, just maybe, someone else will see it before it's too late. A few weeks later, I thought I was finally free. But Marcus isn't someone who lets go. Not quietly, not without one last scene. It started with small things. Tagged posts on social media, passive-aggressive comments in mutual groups, screenshots of conversations I had never sent him, all designed to make me look obsessed, controlling and unstable. I ignored it. I blocked new numbers. I unfollowed, muted, and deleted everything I could. But the chaos didn't stop. Then came the final twist. I got a text from someone I didn't know. A new number. Unknown, I think you should see this. It was a screenshot. Marcus, confessing everything. Not just the cheating, not just the gaslighting, not just the lies to everyone else but the manipulation. The cover story with his sister. The post to make me look crazy. He had sent it to someone else by accident, or maybe deliberately. I'll never know. The confession was detailed, cruel, and shocking. Marcus, I can make anyone believe anything. I did it to her, to friends, to everyone. She'll never see it coming. I stared at the screen, heart pounding, fingers shaking. Proof. Real, undeniable proof. And yet, I knew what would happen if I posted it publicly. People would argue, some would say I was exposing private messages, some would still defend him, some would accuse me of overreacting, some would finally see the truth. I debated for hours, then I decided I'm done playing his game. I posted it. Every screenshot, every confession, every manipulation. The responses were immediate. The comment sections exploded. Friends argued. Mutuals blocked each other. People picked sides instantly. Some accused me of lying. Some defended me. Some analyzed every word like detectives. Marcus reached out one last time. Marcus, you think you won? You've ruined everything. You'll never be happy. I didn't reply. I smiled quietly. Because I knew the truth. The truth isn't about winning. The truth isn't about revenge. The truth isn't about proving anything to anyone. The truth is reclaiming your reality when someone has tried to rewrite it for their own benefit. I deleted the messages. I blocked the number. I moved apartments. I cut off anyone remotely involved. And I walked away. Some people will say I overreacted. Some will say I was vindictive. Some will defend Marcus, some will defend me, some will argue endlessly. And that's exactly the point. Because toxic people like Marcus don't care about the truth. They care about control. They care about perception. They care about chaos. I left the chaos behind. I left him behind. But the story? The story lives on. People will argue. People will take sides. People will try to make sense of the mess. And that's exactly how it should be. Because the truth is messy. The truth is complicated. The truth is divisive. And in the end, the only thing that matters is that I survived it. That I reclaimed myself. And that I will never let someone gaslight me like that again. Marcus may still be out there, smiling, charming, manipulating, twisting reality. But I know the truth, and that's enough.